What's going on, nation? Well, as you can see, man, what's been going on lately in the news is basically all this, NFL players late in the game, but finally decided to take a stand for a cause. Now let's just get straight to it, man. During my lifetime, this is the most racially divisive president that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Um, but let's not fool ourselves as if there hasn't been a long line of so-called American presidents that have felt this way, even worse. I mean, for God's sake, I don't know how many of them own slaves. So let's get straight to the debate, if you want to call it a debate. So on the one hand, the argument on the hand of these, Trump supporting people or flag saluting motherfuckers, whatever you want to call them, they're saying that by kneeling down during the national anthem, that's considered that's disrespecting America. That's disrespecting what the flag represents, which is that the people that had died for that flag or that had fought for that flag. Now let's start out right there. Let's get to that point at first. So the argument is that you're disrespecting the flag first by kneeling during the national anthem. You're disrespecting the flag. All right. Now, what does the flag represent? So they're saying that the flag represents your freedom. They're saying that the flag represents equality and justice and the troops that died for your freedom. Now let's get to that. Did the troops really die for your freedom? I mean, let's get straight to it. Because was the cavalry riding under that flag? Ask yourself that. Was manifest destiny carried out under that flag, which was to eliminate the Native Americans in this land? Basically, genocide was carried out under that flag. You know what I'm saying? Slavery was carried out under that flag. So how is it that that flag represents freedom? Was the white man giving out freedom? Was he just giving it out? I mean, yeah, if you were a European, if you were white, you were so-called free. But it wasn't for anybody else. Not up until this late day and age in the 60s was there even any kind of real freedom or equality. I mean, so-called equality, because it's really still not equal. Now, who fought for your freedom? Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, people like that? Did they make more of a difference in your life? Or was it that the white man just was giving away freedom to the world and everybody should be fortunate and happy that they live in this country? Because under that flag, there's been a lot of death and destruction, rape, pillaging, and murder. Einstein said war is organized murder by another name. So let's get to the issue at hand. You can't sit there and say that the flag represents freedom and that the flag, because a lot of those people who died for the flag was dying killing your bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? They was against you, whether you black, brown, so there was a lot of tyranny that happened under that flag. So don't sit up here and try to make it like that represents freedom. You know what I mean? Because for a long time it represented tyranny to people of color. Okay? And people were fighting and dying under that flag for slavery, for manifest destiny, to wipe out the Indian. You know what I'm saying? So let's not get it misconstrued. That flag is not, the white man wasn't giving away freedom whatsoever. Okay, so let's not get it twisted. Now, if y'all want to burn up NFL jerseys and doing this, all you doing is you playing into it. See, Trump is like a troll. Okay, he's the first American president that's really a troll. So he get on there. Now, what does a troll do? Okay? Y'all could be having a regular day, y'all discussing, you know, a bitch's hairdo, or y'all discussing a gossip or something. A troll gonna get on there and cause up racial division, okay? Now the president of the United States is supposed to be the president of all the people. Alright? And right now it's only obvious that he wants to represent his people. You know? You don't have to be have a master's degree in communication to know what he's talking about when he says our country and our values and all this shit. He's talking about white folks, man. So he does not represent a huge segment of the population. In fact, he wants to cause racial division, and this is why he be trolling the American public and the world every single day when he makes these comments. Now, when he was saying these comments about the NFL, he had to bring up NASCAR, and you know, which is an all-white, you know, 98%. Oh, you wouldn't see NASCAR doing that, and invites the hockey team. What does that tell you, man? I mean, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's a duck. See, he wants to cause racial division, and I think ultimately he wants a race war. Now, there's only one reason why he was so hugged up and buddied up with the Russian president, is because it's a white country. There's only one reason why he's not providing the proper aid to a U.S. territory of Puerto Rico, because they're not white. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have representation. And by we, I mean, you know what the fuck I mean. Anybody who's so-called Latino, black, Native American, we've been catching hell since the inception of this country. Now, we finally find a little bit of refuge since past the late 60s. You know, if you want to call it that, because basically all that they've done is they just put on this facade of equality, and like America is all about freedom, and we represent freedom, and we represent justice. No, America did not represent that. It was mainly blacks and minorities who fought for your right to be equal. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't being handed out. So before you sit up there and put this flag on a pedestal, first of all, you can't serve two masters. You can't sit up here and say that you believe in God, but yet you over here flag worshiping. You're idolizing that flag. What does that flag really stand for? You know what I'm saying? I'm all for trying to move on and build the country forward, you know. However, we can't do that with a president like this. We were making a lot of progress, but you got a huge part of the population that have a serious problem. Now, let's keep it real. They really mad about that the black man is dominating in every sport, you know. Minorities in general, whether you go to soccer or football or any fucking sport. You know what I'm saying? It's jealousy is what it is. They're mad because when you go to the club, these white hoes is choosing. You know, they mad. What are they really mad about? They ain't mad about that. They mad about a whole lot of other shit, but they're gonna use that as an excuse. Like, oh, it's because you're disrespecting the troops. Ain't nobody disrespecting the troops, man. And first of all, how many black and brown and Native American people died for this country as well and continue to serve this country, that when they come home doesn't even respect them? That when they come home can shoot you down in the street because you look a certain way. So this false notion that the flag represents freedom and that y'all gave us freedom, y'all got to get out that mind frame like the white man that gave you freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it went down. And you can say, oh, Abraham Lincoln, you know, he freed the slaves, and right after that, what happened? Manifest Destiny wiped out almost the entire Native American population. So don't give me that shit, man. What does the flag represent to a Native American person? What does the flag represent to a black American whose ancestors had caught hell and suffered for 400 years of slavery? What does the flag mean around the world over the last 270-something years that America has been in operation? It's a young country, and yet they've been at war every year since, except for 4 years, and that was during the Great Depression. You know what I mean? So let's not forget the fruit of America, and let's not forget that we don't have a president. 45, you're not my president, man. We don't have leadership. We are not represented currently. So it's time that we get some representation. See, because this ain't even a democracy. This is supposed to be a republic. A democracy is mob rule. So that means if 55% of white people want to put you in slavery, if 55% of white people want to put you through hell, you going to accept that? Nah, man. I hope that the NFL, the NBA continue to defy this notion. And really this is all about his encoded language is that they don't consider us so-called American. Regardless if you have Indian blood in you. No. This is about race, man. We ain't the ones that declare war on nobody, okay? War has been declared since 1492 on a huge population of the world, okay? So we need to control how do we react to this situation. Being that we don't have representation in the White House, being that we don't have leadership, being that we don't have a path to justice, a path to peace, we pretty much got to do it on our own. And we're going to have our own leaders. We can't be going by these laws anymore. We can't sit up here and just stand idly by why he rallies up, why he does these hate rallies. You know what I'm saying? This man is in control of the U.S. military. He has his finger on the trigger. The time for talking is up. You know? So what needs to be done is, because it doesn't seem, we've been waiting for a long time, and obviously it ain't going to happen. So we have a couple options. It's either give them what they want, which is they don't want to be near you, because if they're near you, they're going to put hell on you. So we don't want that. If they want to be alone in their own little white nation, then there's this one nation I know of. It's called, this one continent. It's called Europe, man. You can go over there, and that could be a lily white paradise for you. Or, let's say you want to separate. You got certain areas of the U.S., but we need our land too. We need land, access to water. We got something coming. We're not just going to go by without a fight, neither. So don't sit up here and get too comfortable like, you know, like y'all finna just give it to us, man. We built tough out here. We built for the battle. And we ready. And you don't know the feeling on the streets right now. Niggas is ready to really kick shit off. So keep it up, Trump. Keep it up. Be careful what you ask for, man. You keep stirring motherfuckers up, and this nation that you so-called trying to make America white again and all that shit's really never going to happen again, man. And you're going to speed up your demise. That's what you're going to do. You're going to speed up your demise. So, you know, the hoes going to continue to choose. You're going to be continuously beating at everything that you do. You know, if niggas want to go for NASCAR and do that, we'll probably win at that shit too.